Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of SimCity. I want to start off by saying thank you very much for all of the feedback on the last two episodes. You guys have really been killing it with the likes and all the comments and feedback is just fantastic. It's so awesome to have a game that's fresh and new and that you can really enjoy playing and share that with other people and they're enjoying it as well. So the game is paused right now. I do not want to get distracted by what's going on in the city. I've made up my mind about what to do here. We have built a layout that was good for a while, but in the long run is going to cause us problems with traffic and also how we're going to manage the density of our city. So I've decided to do the hard thing and we're going to rebuild the city with a very similar layout. Now I've also been playing on my own little private world. I invited some people to that world actually, and then the whole region corrupted. Every city just went back to zero and had nothing in it, which was incredibly infuriating and leaves me a little bit worried that that could happen to this region. So unfortunately I had to reset that, and then I started another region after it, which I'm thinking about maybe doing the occasional single player video on, but it would be a different kind of thing. I'd show you the city well into its progression, because I've made a layout for that city that is working really well at the moment, and it looks like it's going to help in the long run. So I want to kind of take what's in that layout and apply it to this one, because it's actually very similar sort of layout for the city, because the road here comes in at the same place as it does on the other one. So first of all, one little thing that I want to do, someone left a comment for this which is a really cool idea. If we just go to the roads, and I'm not sure if we can do this while we're paused, that is high density. Yeah, if we go down to medium and then to low and possibly lower still, there we go. Okay, so our streetcar is still hooked up to it, but now we've got rid of the intersection. So hardly any traffic went onto that road, which is fine, but now we've just removed another one of those, which helps with traffic. So how are we going to solve the problem with traffic? Well, we're going to be rebuilding the city, moving a lot of things, and we are also going to be adding the streetcar avenue. That's the one thing that I wanted to do. That'll definitely help with all the traffic down here. Now another thing to address are the solar power plants. A lot of people, well not a lot, a few people have made it very clear that they don't like these power solutions and that I should use nuclear reactors or something like that. And do you know what, I could probably get away with it, but I think in this world, not the SimCity world, in our actual world, we need to be responsible and use cleaner energy. So I would like to try and do that in SimCity, I guess. You know, it's kind of my instinct to use this stuff rather than the cheaper but the stuff that pollutes. So let's talk about how we're going to rebuild the layout, and also this episode will probably have a different structure to it than usual. Probably lots of me pausing it and then taking big cuts and doing lots of work, because I want to make really big changes this episode. So first of all, what we're going to be doing is, over time we're going to be changing the zoning of this area down the bottom here. All of this along here, the first few blocks, like these 2 or maybe 3, we're going to turn into industrial ones like this one that we have over here. And I might close down this area, but we have to be careful with unemployment. We need to keep jobs open for people. So the plan is to move the industrial area down here and remove anything on this side that is, how could you say, going to generate a lot of traffic, I guess, like the schools that we have and the university. We don't want everyone coming through our main line of traffic, or where all the traffic comes in and out of the city to get to school. So we're going to be moving these over here somewhere. Now I've been told quite a few times, and I've never really tried it, and I think now is the time to take risks with this city and try different things, but supposedly once we have the university, we no longer need the high school and the grade school, and that's teaching 3 students, and yesterday it taught 3. And same for that one. I haven't checked on that in a while, and you can see we are wasting a lot of money per hour. Why don't we shut all of this down? I'll tell you what, when I do my cut, I'm just going to get rid of those. We're going to move the university all the way over here somewhere, and we are going to build dormitories as well. Apparently dormitories will... Actually, do you know what? I'm not even sure that I'm saying that word right. Dormitory. Yeah, we're going to build some of those. Apparently they will attract more students, as well as providing more room for them to stay while they're at the university. So that is one of the first things we're going to be doing. And then we're going to be building trade depots down here. We're probably going to keep our solar power plants and try and put things that are useful over here but are not going to draw traffic. And so by having our industrial area on this side of this main road, then we'll have our commercial and residential areas where they are now, and everyone should commute this way, but only as far as the industrial area and then commute back again. And along each of those roads is the commercial as well, so anyone who's in a residential area is going to be going to work, then shopping, and they're basically going to be moving back and forth down the grid that we've set up and not going through our main line of traffic here, which is what they're doing at the moment because they commute to work down here to get to this area and down to this one as well. So we're going to be probably moving the industrial area at the back here. It's going to be a bit by bit kind of thing. I'll start off with a couple of roads and then move on to the next ones, so we can keep the density rebuilding and get all the buildings back in place. Now some people have pointed out as well in the comments that I have a road on either side of every block, and we could actually get rid of one of these because all of these buildings could be on this road here, and then all of the ones in this bit could be on this road, so that way we'll be able to cut down the amount of intersections. And we're also going to change these roads over to avenues, so it's going to be a very time consuming thing to do. So right, I've talked about all the changes that I'm going to make. Let's quickly summarize them. We're going to get rid of the schools. I might keep the community college for a while because it looks like quite a few people are attending, but we're going to be moving the university over. And also we need to build a school of science. What is it we needed to do that? It's not approved, and the reason why is because we need to educate more students. Okay, so perhaps when we build the dormitories that will help with that. So we want to move the university, get rid of the schools, upgrade to the streetcar avenue, and yeah, there's rebuilding this side over here. We're going to start off with this road, by the way. The reason why, because all of this is a lower density than the rest of it. It should have less of an impact, and it is going to be a real interesting thing. But now what I'm going to do is take a cut, and when I've made those changes I'll come back. Okay, I've just finished making all of my changes, and right now a tornado starts. So let's see where it is. It's up this end of the city, which I'm not too bothered about because I just finished redoing the area down the bottom. And do you know what I'm thinking straight away? Let's de-zone these areas so nothing gets rebuilt, because we can start working on this soon. There we go, let's de-zone all of that. And one thing I've been a little curious about is if an area is de-zoned, does it mean the building can upgrade its density? I think it's possible that it can, and that is actually the tornado over now. So let's slow down the speed and just destroy those buildings. We don't want loads of rubble everywhere. Yep, that's fine. Seems to have missed all our big buildings again. It's gone for the little ones in between. Probably because they can withstand a tornado. And I think that's all of it. Okay. So all those changes that I just made, I thought, you know what would be interesting? A little time lapse, but I don't think that really suits SimCity. However, I thought what I could do is just upload a separate video that's private, and everything that I just done then is going to be edited into a little time lapse. I don't know how long that'll be. I'll put some music to it, and that's just there for your enjoyment if you want to go check that out. So there'll be a link on the screen right now. I imagine it probably won't turn out that great because you'll just see me whizzing all over the place and maybe not even have an idea what I'm doing, because that was about, I'd guess, about 45 minutes to an hour of gameplay that we just whizzed through there. So anyway, what changes have I made? I've put in the streetcar avenues like we talked about. I put in our industrial area down the bottom now, so let's look at the zones. You can see we've gone for industrial here, and then commercial between it as like a buffer, then residential, and then I'm going to scatter the occasional commercial down this end as well. Hopefully that will help. It should mean that the residents, when they want to go shopping, don't have as far to walk because there's some here and there's some there as well. Actually, just looking at that, I think it might be best to move the next ones over a couple of blocks so there's somewhere here, and then it's kind of like an equal distance between each residential area and commercial, which should really help with traffic. We'll get more people walking that way. The streetcar avenue, it goes all the way down the middle here, but only not even halfway along on this side, and the reason why is because we have the mayor's house. I need to investigate what it is I'm destroying. I think we only built one little upgrade, which we'll probably be sacrificing when we get rid of that. And also the university is here as well, and that's actually upgraded to level 2 now. So as you get more students, you keep upgrading the level of your university. That's been there the whole time, the little meter down at the bottom, and I just haven't paid the correct attention. But this is going to stay here for now because we are 18% for our research of the concentrated solar array. I also had to upgrade our solar panels again, and I downgraded this road here so there was one less T-junction. But the streetcar thing does seem to have really helped. There are traffic problems still, but if we just look at the statistics for this place. How did I get to see it before? Do I just click on that? And nope. I think it was when I had this and I went, oh, it's right here, what I'm on about. Average wait 48 minutes, 29,000 people riding per day. So if we can get that number up, I mean, if you compare it to our population, we should try and aim to get like half of the city yeah, on the streetcar avenue. Anyway, what I could do is build another one of these stations for it. We have this one all maxed out. You can see you can have up to 6 of the extra stations which are positioned on the back. So at the moment I'm not sure if I should place another one right next to it or if I would get any benefit from having it somewhere else in the city. Yeah, so anyway, if we have a look at our population, we started work around here somewhere and it went up a little bit while I was working and then it's gone back down, and in general I think we're doing okay. But what I was about to say I was worried about was our income, our budget. It was at around 4,000 a while ago and now it's up to 8,000, and the population hasn't changed by that much. So I'm not actually sure where that extra money came from. But have a look here, we are spending an awful lot on transportation, and we're going to start spending some more on some other things as well. But I have some long-term plans that I want to talk about a little bit. This area over here I want to completely rebuild. I want to get it nice and space efficient so that we can have our garbage dump even, and we're going to have to incinerate the garbage because it either just sits on the land. I don't think there's a green solution for that. Let's edit and have a look. Nope, you've just got the incinerator or the dump zone, and that's going to fill up almost immediately. So it'd be nice to rearrange this, make it nice and space efficient so this fits right in the corner, since our dumps I think are now empty, or at least we have 71 tons there. So we could possibly rotate that, have a road going across here, fit all of that nicely into the corner, put our sewage treatment plant right next to our water pump, and probably keep this in the same position as well. So that's just a plan, that's not something I'm going to be doing anytime soon. Yeah, so what to talk about next? Why did I stop doing all of this? Well, because we've built a couple of roads and we're going to have to start moving things like our police service, police station, fire services, and apparently our jail cells are full. This is just something I haven't kept my eye on. Rather than upgrade that, what I wanted to talk about doing was upgrading it to a police precinct. And I was just wondering if it would be worth us having a few intersecting roads that go across the middle for our police station and our services to, you know, get to different parts of the city. But I'm just not sure if that's the right way to do it at the moment, and if I should make those streetcar avenues or just high density roads that slip between the middle here and there. So that is something I really need to make my mind up about. Probably going to get rid of that park there as well, and I've been putting in the occasional double walkway plazas as well to try and increase the density and the wealth of those areas. Yes, and we had an industrial area down here as well. That was causing some pollution. Let's just check up on that. Totally not thinking about where I'm trying to look. Ground pollution. Yeah, you can see it's really bad around here, so I've been plopping down some trees. We're going to try and take care of that. Now we are going to be expanding up in this direction, and I can see that there are 3 places here that need to be sorted out. Now when I last tried to do this, I put down a load of parks because I didn't realise about the tree thing. Let's just destroy that. And you notice it said this place is germy. I think it probably said it on all 3 of them. That could be being caused by the pollution that was already there. So if we get these trees to clear it up. And I thought the game was paused for a second there. I was just focusing on the traffic and it is complete chock-a-block. So let's just try and clear up this area here and increase the land value, and we've got lots of trees down here to help with that as well. So I might remove this since it's going to be polluting, and they're complaining that the taxes are too high. Do you know what? I haven't looked at my approval rating in a while, so let's go through all the things. Okay, germs and injuries, that's always a problem. And also, yeah, people keep dying. Didn't like that kids couldn't go to school. Do you know what? I've rebuilt the roads and I haven't put in the bus stops, so that's something that I need to do. Again, health is a big problem, and I've got an idea for that. So taxes are too high on the high wealth commercial, and there's not enough shoppers. Well, we need to keep them happy, because you can see there they are way too down on that. So let's just drop that down by 2 points. You know what? That's hardly affecting our income at all, so I'm going to drop it down to 8% just to keep them happy. Medium wealth is concerned about crime. We're probably going to build a police precinct, and they need workers. That's all good. Taxes are high. They need skilled workers. Well, we do have a lot of people going to the university. Place to ship the freight. That one's not popping up for some reason. Okay, so I think what we need from this is a second trade depot, and then from the commercial, what was it? The police precinct, and from the residential we need to sort out health. Now, I read a comment in one of the videos that you could actually place the wellness centre anywhere in the city, and as soon as I read that I was like, if that's real, that's great, because I can plop them down strategically. Well, if you have a look here at the error message we get, let's find somewhere. There we go. Too far from main building. So you can go out a certain distance. Let's see how far. You know, doesn't seem that far at all, does it really? So I'm not sure how that's working. But if we were to relocate the hospital in the centre of the city, then maybe we could plot those wellness centres on each of the avenues, either side of the main building. Maybe that would be a way to spread that out, but I'm really not sure. So we're not going to do anything about that immediately, but let's just check our treatment capacity. You see, this is so low. I feel like building a clinic again, because the people were getting in there. You know, I've got 8 ambulances, 2 wellness vans. It's probably just down to the position. It's not going to reach out to enough people. So let's shut down. What can we shut down here? We can open and close the whole thing. Alright, there we go. So I could close down an ambulance bay and a wellness centre and open up. Yeah, let's do that, and then open up a clinic in the middle of the middle of the city. And we want to put it on an avenue. So what I'm going to do is connect a road here, and this can be a little bit of an experiment as well. We can be checking out how the traffic is going to flow when we have roads that go across, and I know that looks poor, but it'll do the job. So we can keep our eye on that, see what happens to the traffic there, and then we can also plop down yes, the clinic. And the main thing I want with the traffic on these roads is for the services that we have, the city services like the police precinct. So let's edit this. Let's splash out our money. Put down loads of these. Put out as many as we can, because we really want to sort out the health problem. And that should do for now. We might need more clinics. And then we need to upgrade the amount of jail cells that we have here. I'm going to build 2 of these, or perhaps... Can you put one on top of the building? I seem to remember. Yes. There we go. We'll put that up there. And then one of these on the side, and if we need more, I'll be keeping my eye on that. So that is... I did say we'd build a police precinct, but that's sort of sorted out the problem for now while we work on our avenues and other things around it. And this looks like... yeah. This doesn't look like a bad idea, does it? So maybe we'll have one road that goes across the middle. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to take a quick break. And oh, that was it. I'm going to build a trade depot as well. Okay, one of the things I forgot to mention was that I upgraded our trade depot. I put in some more delivery trucks. So we actually had just the one, I think, and now we have 4. You can see here, we are struggling to get rid of this stuff. It is always nearly full. I think let's have a look. The name is underneath, so local plastics is full. That probably means it's full back over here as well. Not quite, not yet. So I added another one just over here, and I've maxed it out as well, but this one just stores all of the normal freight, which over here is full, so there's a new place for it to go to. We should see that impact on the approval rating at some point. And now we have no medium tech industrial. What is going on? See, this is a problem. I'm finding it difficult to or at least I don't have any ideas to enforce what kind of density we're going to get with our industrial area. And it seems like we've got all high tech down the bottom here, where actually what we need is more jobs in the middle region, and this creates a huge problem because it means that more people will be commuting in. In fact, if we have a look here, people are commuting in the lowest area, and what's interesting about that is that's 995 people that come into the city at this place here every day. We don't want that. We don't want them at all. So I think what we should do is dezone some of this area and destroy some of the buildings and take away those 995 jobs from other people. Oh, it sounds so evil. All of this is already dezoned, so let's destroy... we want to put in some trees here, so let's get rid of some of the ones that are close together. And that big thing over there. And I think that's just a little storage yard. So we're going to put in some trees down here. There we go. And hopefully that will clear up the pollution, because I've got a feeling we're going to be using this area for something else in the future, maybe shuffling things around and yeah, just giving ourselves more options. Let's put more trees up here. We've got to keep doing that. That's something I forget to do. Keep this area nice and dense so it helps with the pollution. And also, how are those areas over here doing? We plopped down some trees a moment ago. Let's have a look at the pollution level. It has made not much of an effect. I thought for a second yes, but no, it hasn't really, has it? It was these two plots and that one there, but we will keep on trying. Hopefully that will clear up over time. So I made a modification to this road here, by the way. It's not really used much, and I couldn't connect this road here without destroying this building, so I thought if I just destroy that little connection, and when I did it, it didn't highlight the building here to tell me it would destroy it, but it did. So no biggie really. I just wanted to see what would happen because we had the problem with the trade depot and the freight, and I thought that maybe with this road here they would find their way to that a little bit quicker. And yeah, everything is going relatively well. Just wondering what it is that I needed to do next. I'm not 100% sure, do you know? So I think I'll take another break. So I've not been sure what else it is I need to do at this point. I thought for a second there my microphone was muted. I almost had a little heart attack. Thought I'd been recording with my microphone muted. No, it's fine, as you can hear. So I've been thinking about what I want to do next, and I don't really know, because what I actually want to do is move on to building our next avenue, which is going to go along here. We're going to be destroying this road that comes down here, and I wanted to do that in the next episode, sort of on camera. I'd done this one off camera, and I thought it'd be interesting to show you how I do it on camera as well. So that is going to be it for this episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. I've been really enjoying this game, so as always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time.